Hey Ronnie, how are you?
Not a complaint in the world, man. How's it going?
Good to hear. Same, same. Spring has sprung. Happy to be alive.
Yeah, I think we might finally be done with snow here
Yeah.
out in the cold east. So I'm hoping that's the case.
Fingers crossed. And worst case scenario, next week heading off to Las Vegas. So I think it'll be warm there.
I think it's a safe bet.
Will not bring my winter coat.
No, it'll be good to get out of Pennsylvania. And I think this is with CM anyway. I think this is my third year channel partners.
Yeah. Same here. So looking forward to it. Should be cool. I think every year gets better and better from my perspective. Not being 20 years deep into it, but always fun to be in that town and learn a lot every year when we're there.
Yes, 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 yes. What are you thinking, or what are you most looking forward to for this year's channel partners?
So what I'm most looking forward to is kind of getting a industry perspective of the state of all things AI outside of my echo chamber that I feel like I live in day to day. So I think we all have our own algorithm coming through on LinkedIn or Google News feeds, whatever it may be. So really most excited to kind of walk the floor, meet some people, and see what some of these companies are doing.
Yeah, I think I'm in a similar boat. I definitely have an idea of what most of the bigger players are doing with AI. So I'm not expecting to have my socks blown off, but I'm always very intrigued to see how people are weaving this thing inside of their existing products. Because some of these folks that we see there year after year, we know their portfolio isn't changing. But it's cool to see sometimes how they're like, hey, remember, this was the setup process before. You had to type this in, submit this, do that, and now it just works, that kind of thing. So I am
That's
looking
what I'm
forward.
hoping for. Yeah. And I think that kind of goes to some of our chats we've had in the past in terms of as a business owner or director of you name the department with a directive that we need to get involved with AI. What does that really mean for your company? Well, a big part of it is the vendors that you work with and where they're going, and that AI is a part of that. So still important to vet out the security, the guardrails, and ease into it the right way. But that's really the trend that I mean, talking with you a little while back, and I hadn't looked at Grammarly for a while, and that's an AI tool now, and I wouldn't have thought of it as that just
Exactly.
from what I knew of it 7, 8 years ago.
I think it's going to be interesting too, because with channel partners, I feel like the old guard is kind of all the telecom folks, right?
Mhm.
And there's still going to be the T-Mobiles, the AT&T, and the Verizons there. And for some of their core offering, you're not really building AI into it in a significant way, right? I mean, you could say, we're using AI to keep watch over the traffic. And because of that, we can spread it out over different, you could say any of those things, but the customers don't really get a chance to touch and feel that. So I think I'm intrigued to hear from the technology vendors, which I think are now the new guards, from say Intelisys, for example. How are they going to position AI inside of their catalog to kind of make it easier for these businesses to consume it, right? Because they're the ones that are kind of putting these things in front of folks, you know, Intelisys, Telarus, et cetera. What are they going to do on their end from their platform to make sure that these directors and so forth are hearing about these solutions, but in a digestible way?
Yeah, and for their partners as well. I mean, with some of these companies like you named Intelisys or Telarus, their portfolio is so deep with an MSP or someone who might be partnered with them coming in and saying, "Hey, this client is interested in AI. Well, what does that mean, and how do you navigate that?" So having the right resources internally to educate partners and their customers in turn, but also hopefully utilizing some of these tools like AI agents to enable some of that self-serve type of need for vetting out potential solutions. I'm hoping to see some cool things there. Every year, I think it's kind of cool to see the newer hip companies, the up and comers that maybe aren't the big logos with a barista on staff at their booth, but are actually doing some very cool things.
No, I think it's going to be interesting. I was looking through the exhibitors list, and I did see quite a few names on there I didn't recognize from years past. So I think we'll get a chance to see that. And if I were to guess, that's probably going to be the overarching theme of this thing is here's how you can bring AI into your business. And the fun part's going to be weeding through it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I was looking at some of the sessions that they have, definitely plenty of AI type content. So hope to get a bit of an education, but I think normally my main takeaway, what I like most is having conversations with real people. And maybe we can do a little man on the street and talk to some folks and record it, learn from them and spread it to the world.
Do you mean record on site?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. Maybe walk the
Okay.
floor, flag some people down. We could get a microphone with one of those big foam things,
There you go.
or maybe something a little more present technology.
No, man, that'd be cool. Let's do it. There's going to be a lot of people there smarter than us, so it'd be nice to sit down and have that type of discussion with. I know we've been meaning to talk security. Maybe even we can find some security conscious folks there that would sit
Yeah,
down
for
and
sure.
chat with us.
I think that would be good. That's something that's definitely been on my radar lately. I've been reading up on it a bit. There's some cool companies out there, but I think talking to those in the trenches who are doing it day to day would definitely be beneficial. So let's find some.
All right, man. We'll make it a thing. So I guess I'll try to bring the camera, or maybe we'll just record from a phone. But we'll get some time there right on the right.
All right, sounds good to me. Well, I'll see you on the Vegas side, and pick out some good spots to eat while we're there, huh?
That'll work. Drinks on
All
you,
right,
man.
every time. All
All
right,
right.
man. Take care.